Welcome to Sphinx City, gang. This metropolis is full of wonder, magic, and opportunity. But like any major city, lurking in the shadows are those vying for power and control, by any means necessary. They say money is the root of all evil, and that couldn't be more true than in a place like Sphinx City. The mysterious figures pulling the strings are willing to do anything to enact their plan. They didn't account for one thing. There are 3 individuals living in Sphinx City who work for a top-secret organization called No. They're not going to allow their city to be taken advantage of so easily. These agents are about to be hard at work following a trail of blood and money. But they don't realize just how deep this path leads. Will they be able to put a stop to it and save Sphinx City? Only one way to find out.
Hello! Hey, gang, and welcome back to another episode of Sphinx City, brought to you by Soyouwannabeadm. I'm Justin, your dungeon master for this evening, and joining me are 3 incredible gentlemen who are, I hope, correct me if I'm wrong, excited to play some D&D.
I mean, a smidge. Oh, yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Sean. I play Eulenberry.
I'm Taylor. I play Jaster, Goblin Monk.
I play Death Breath, or I am Death Breath. And I play Belcor Ironbelly, a dwarf fighter, who's also a shave.
Incredible. Who's also a shave.
We got a weird energy going into this one.
Yeah, Jason Bourne. Damn it, Justin.
Born
so early. So early. Okay.
God.
Off camera. Get rid of these off camera bits. Get rid of them. Who needs them? Okay. Well, let's jump right into it. As you all know, Sphinx City, magic metropolis, modern. There's technology, there's spells. It's got it all. Last we left off, our heroes are 3 secret agents of No One, a top secret organization. They split up a little bit in the last episode. We met all different kinds of characters, but episode 3 ended with Belcor Ironbelly leaving a voicemail, and it turns out that he had gotten kidnapped or mugged or something at the end of the voicemail. And so last episode started with us leaving the church, saying goodbye to Trinculo momentarily. Hopefully we get to see them again. I hope so. I love playing as them. And we rushed over to an abandoned subway station in the Chronomancy district. Along the way, seeing a bunch of youths skateboarding. Jaster, feeling a bubbling from inside, had to send it via yelling, "Do a kickflip!" There it is. All kinds of cool emotes checking out. And riding his motorcycle with Euland on the back, down the stairs, into the subway station. We find Belcor tied up on the subway tracks. Now, this is an abandoned subway. No danger there, right? Wrong. Because 3 disgusting crooked cops are lying in wait for an ambush. Detectives Washington, Adams, and Jefferson were lying in wait, waiting for people to come rescue Belcor in order to ambush them. That's what ambushes are. And luckily, our heroes dispatched of them over the course of a couple of hours in real time in the game, probably 2-3 minutes, give or take. Probably not even that much.
Yeah.
It's pretty fast.
6 turns max.
Probably about 6 turns. But during the combat, a lot of things happened. Harsh words coming from the detectives towards Euland J. Barry, trying to incite some anger and some hatred into this justice-seeking private investigator. And as it would turn out, succeeded in that regard a little bit, as Euland sort of breaks one of his it's not, I don't want to speak for the character or the player. It feels like kind of broke a moral code by pushing you to the limits of what you're willing to do in the search of justice, and ended up killing Detective Washington.
Benson.
bad time. So bad, in fact, that it caused a robotic dog named Stu to yak. He almost hurled. That's how bad it was, as the hammer was out of his head.
Dun,
And
No, that's right.
Yeah, it was
the
intense.
sound of justice.
There were ghost trains, there were ghost crooked cops, all different kinds of stuff going on. But at the end of the day, our 3 heroes managed to succeed, and no one died this combat, so that's a victory. That's a W. And we managed to collect a bunch of interesting clues from these fallen detectives. Everything from a key to a security deposit box inside the Phoenix Bank.
Right.
We got a note from the romance realtor saying that the meeting is still on, but that the location is to be determined. We also got some information on one of the detectives' cell phones in regards to, there were some texts to a figure whose name is Laura Ka, Kaa.
Mhm.
There were also some texts to Leo Linetti, one of the co-founders and co-CEOs of Romance Realtors, saying, we got more samples for the doc. And we also found a coupon for 1 free visit to the Good Luck escape room with a tiny little note written on it that said, figure out meeting location. So our heroes are still inside of this abandoned subway, lights flickering, dingy in here. There's no more ghost cop. They've already checked out the mainframe that Detective Washington was using. It seems like he was using his own hatred-filled magic in order to power that up and summon ghosts from the other side. But we still very much have a pretty gruesome crime scene in front of us. Now, we all know that you guys were 1,000,000% in the right. There's a lot of self-defense going on here. There's a lot of these guys kind of freaking deserve it. Also, it's D&D. So sometimes you're just going to get this. It's just going to happen like that, you know. But nonetheless, blood and stuff are everywhere. Now, Detective Adams and Jefferson were just knocked out and tied up. Last we left, Belcour was right in the process of calling a figure, a connection that he has through his father-in-law, the Don of the Silver Scales Mafia, a figure known as the Custodian. Belcour, as you ring up this private number, this like secret little number that you have in your phone, you hear on the other line, hello?
Yeah, I need a little cleanup. We had a little spill in this the abandoned subway.
Oh, you got a spill. Okay. How many spills you got? Just one spill? Are we talking
Well, I mean,
biggest dozen?
I'm thinking there are like 3 sources of the spill. I mean, there's like a little leak
gotcha.
over like towards the entrance, and then there's a couple towards the platform itself.
Okay. I got you. All right, I'll be there in a jiff, okay?
All right, take your time, sir.
All right.
Meet you there.
See you soon. You see,
Take your time. Wow, you're oddly relaxed about this.
Why wouldn't I be?
Fair enough. I mean, we do have
Just
2
know
unconscious
that we're in
police
good
officers
hands.
here. We've got a dead one over there.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Sure. Sure. Ewan, how
What's
you
going-
holding up, bud?
I was just going to say, yeah.
I was
what's
just
going through
throwing up in the
Euland's head?
corner.
Another
Shut up.
spill.
Another unrelated
No.
spill in that corner.
I totally
Actually,
yacked
no,
in the
I-
corner. Go on.
So, sorry. Go ahead.
You're good.
I was gonna say, I don't need the custodian for that one. I got some. Let's check this apron out. You know, get some paper towels or something.
Stew's over there eating it.
Amazing.
Stew, you're not a real dog.
That's just gonna muck everything up.
While
Yeah.
we're at it, it's use of mending to heal Stew. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him back to full health with the cantrip.
For sure. Yeah, you start casting Mending to heal Stu back up to full. Belcour, you have, for those watching who maybe don't remember, it's been a while, you have a magical apron, a beautiful, very nice chef's apron that has a large pocket in the front, given to you by Ghost, your manager, your boss at No One. And as you reach into the pocket, the camera does that thing where like it sort of has like a ripple effect and you hear like a harp being played as we sort of we the viewers begin to see something that you guys aren't even aware of. You don't know that this is happening. As we zoom in to the pocket and we see a massive city full of skyscrapers. There are flying cars, there are floating buildings, and we zoom in to a particular building atop this like mountain terrace, and you see a figure in like an oval office sitting there who receives a phone call. Yes, this is the president. I understand. The hand's here? God damn it. I've been waiting my entire life for this. I'm on it. Hangs up the phone, pulls a drawer out. There's a giant like red button behind a glass little case. Opens the case, slams his fist down on the button. Alarms start going off across the entire city. Just like a tornado warning going across around the entire city. People start panicking. They're rushing in the streets. Everyone starts to look up like a meteor was coming, and you just see Belcor's hand slowly, as if stuck in slow motion, is slowly coming down through the clouds towards this city, towards a massive like platformed pillar that seems to have been constructed, and the hand is reaching towards that now empty platform. And cut back to the president. The president rings the phone again, and over this like giant loudspeaker across the entire city says, "The hand desires paper towels. Get him paper towels now." And we cut over to like a bunch of people in like a forest cutting down trees. Fast forward to like a manufacturing plant. You're seeing a bunch of people like on a factory line, like just sweating as they're like pounding pulp into paper by hand for some reason, even though it's super futuristic. They're pounding like blacksmiths. But these are papersmiths, and they're just getting to work. And slowly but surely, we see a sped up version of what ends up taking this tiny little interdimensional town inside of your pocket that you don't even know that's happening. It takes them over 5 years to create a what to them is gargantuan. It would be like constructing the Statue of Liberty in terms of size. This massive roll of paper towels, incredibly absorbent, quilted. And they have like multiple cranes lifting it up, putting it onto the platform just as your hand comes in, grabs it, and pulls it away. And you just see the president back in his office with a table full of advisors just going, "God damn it, we did it again." And the camera zooms out as the harps play again. And we just see Belcor. It takes a fraction of a second. Belcor just pulls out a roll of paper towels. Has no idea that there's an entire world inside of his pocket.
Oh shit, it's 2-ply. Let's go.
Jesus.
So then I just proceed to just wipe up
Yeah.
Ewan's vomit.
Yeah.
Get the DNA.
A lot of you're seeing a lot of chunks of dry meatloaf. It's still dry, which is crazy. Chocolate lasagna from the Olive Yard.
Oh, that's right. You
It's
guys
not
went to the
good.
Olive Yard? What the hell is wrong with you guys? You know I'm a chef.
Oh man.
That's so funny.
What? What?
That's so funny. It in like 5 minutes, you hear what almost sounds like a very weak motorcycle sound coming down the stairs, the same path that Jaster took previously. And you all kind of look past the turnstiles and just see a Vespa just down the stairs as the such a small pixie woman, actually, wearing a boiler suit kind of get up, big boots that kind of go over them, giant rubber yellow gloves, and just on crisscrossed on her back is a mop and a broom. And she parks the Vespa And as she's walking away, she beep beep for no reason, just beep, beep,
Whoop, whoop.
and come flutters over and just, all right, sweetheart, show me where the spill is.
All right. Well, we've got one here, like right next to
Okay.
the fallen pillar over here.
Got it. There's a little blood there.
Yeah. You saw the one that was like right next to the entrance on the other
I
side
passed
here.
by that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it looked
then-
like some
And then
dog
disregard
attacks or
disregard the vomit stains. The body's right here. He's just having a bad day.
Oh, I'm sorry. You need some Tums, darling? I have Tums.
I just yak again because I'm still stressed, but then I just stand up, like I'm forcing myself, like it's fine, guys.
Okay.
Still not
She
used to the blood.
She comes over and just she does that like very like maternal thing of just kind of like pats you on the arm and like slips a Tum into your hand. And just, it's all right. Hey, I've been there. It's okay.
Oof.
Anyway, let's get to it. And you see her just starts whizzing around the place, going into action all by herself, is cleaning things up. It's like a video game, how fast things are getting cleaned up and going from like with one swipe, things are going from like
It's just going
brain
like this
chunks
in
and
the air.
blood, and then now it's sparkling. Like it's so
Ooh,
fast.
lemon
She
scented.
cleans this place. Yeah. It takes like
Is that lemon pledge?
it is lemon pledge. It is.
God.
Wow, that smells clean.
Darling, you could use it for anything. Anyway, so I'm all done here. That only took me about 10-15. I apologize for the slowness. Normally I'm a
you're
little
good.
faster, but my guys were busy, so I had to do this one solo.
That's all good. I mean, we're in an abandoned subway. I mean,
It's really gonna.
I don't think there'll be many witnesses here, and if there are, we've already taken care of them, as far as we know.
Well, I hear that.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, you have my number. Tell the Don if you see him I said hello.
Will do. Thank you again for your assistance.
Anytime. Just flutters away, gets back on her Vespa, struggles trying to get it up the stairs. Struggling. just keeps backing up and just ramming it into the stairs, trying to get the scooter up. And then you see her just take out a small wand and touch the scooter, and it just starts floating up the stairs. And she's like, I should have done. What was I thinking? And she's off. So, crime scene is clean.
Mhm.
She has disposed of Washington's body.
Okay.
Is that what you guys were looking for?
I was just about to ask about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If you guys don't tell her otherwise, she would just dispose of it.
Okay. Cool.
For sure.
Okay. Yeah, you see her put it inside of a bag of holding, essentially.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
It's not good.
Right.
It's not good. There's bones crunching. It's not good.
It's
helpful. Not good. Yeah. Yeah. Like when you're trying to get like a takeout styrofoam into a thing, you're like, I just gotta crunch it in there. Yeah, it's like that. And from there, you have Adams and Jefferson who are tied up and still unconscious.
So,
she can offer to take them.
is there I really don't know how much information we're gonna get out of these two.
Did
But
we send them
once-
to no one?
That's a thought. Can
We at least still need the badges.
we can
Oh,
take the
yeah.
badges.
Absolutely. And
Mhm.
you would have gotten up Washington's.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we looted them
before
all
he
last session,
crumpled.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we? Yeah. I mean, we could give them to no one. We could stash them until we get enough evidence to turn them into the cops.
I mean, heck, no one let them do what they want with them.
Yeah. I'm okay with that too. They tried to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, coming.
what do you want to do? Do you want to call Ghost or have the custodian take care of them?
Probably Ghost if we want
Yeah.
to interrogate
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Let's call
Okay.
Ghost instead. So we'll let her take care of Washington and the body and the scrubbing of the DNA, and then we'll call Ghost and be like, "Hey, we got 2 people."
Okay. You use your little smartwatch, Jaster,
Mm-hmm.
and click a couple of buttons, and hologram appears, like just a little. It's just from like the waist up, like just the bust
Fancy.
of him appears, And he just, how's it going?
We've got a couple of detectives that are involved
All
in
right.
the shenanigans around town.
Oh,
You might be interested in some of the information that they've got,
maybe.
I don't know.
All
We're
right.
in the subway. There's an abandoned subway station. We're down here.
Okay.
What do you want us to do with them?
Well, I suppose we can keep them on ice until you're ready to either interrogate them or turn them in.
All right.
All right. I'll be right there. And 30 seconds go by before there's just a random trash can in the corner.
Mhm.
Belcor's probably been throwing like vomit covered paper towels into it. And
Sorry about it.
Belcor, as you're like throwing the next paper towel in, the lid pops off and Ghost just pops out of the garbage. She goes, "Goodness, God, it smells like vomit in there. Disgusting."
Him. It
Well,
was him.
No, abandoned subway was like that when we got here.
Mhm.
I believe it. I instantly believe you.
Those dang bums always throwing up in these abandoned trash cans.
Anybody can throw up in a subway. Remember that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking from experience, there, Ghost.
I've thrown up everywhere. Name a place. I've probably thrown up there. I don't do well on roller coasters, ships. Throwing out of a helicopter is probably the wildest thing because it just goes in directions you're not ready for. That's a story for another time.
Aw.
All right. So I'll take these two fucking jag-offs and I'll store them for
Okay.
when you guys are ready. Just give me a ring when you either have enough evidence to sort of nail them or if you're interested in talking to them.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds good?
Sounds great.
Get them out of here.
Mhm.
All right. And
Get
he
rid of my
begins
seat.
proceeding.
Punch him back.
He begins proceeding to grab these bodies and just put them into the garbage can. And then he follows after and just grabs the lid. All right. Good luck with your investigation. Good luck.
Too funny.
The
Bye,
rep
Ghost.
from Metabots.
Yes, just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Always ready. Mom spaghetti.
So, crime scene cleaned up. Detectives taken care of on ice. Not sure where they are, but they're in good hands. What? It is late. You left the church pretty late to come find Belcor and everything like that. Had a pretty intense battle. What would you all like to do? You know that the church is open late because it's a goth nightclub in Wrong Village.
Mhm.
Presumably the stores in that area are also open pretty late, but it's up to you.
I do kind of want to swing by Madame Must's.
Yeah, I do too. I just kind of want to see what they've got in there.
Do we want to save that for another day? It's late and I'm kind of shook.
Fair enough. But you have been throwing up. There's probably a lot of really gross stuff in there too. It's probably not great for the stomach.
It's I don't know. I'll figure it out. It was self-defense.
It definitely 100% was, and he was a super bad dude.
Thanks. Actually, both of you. Thank you.
Yeah.
What partners do?
No one has to know.
I guess now the question is though, what is our next move here? I'm kind of interested in this security deposit key that we got.
Mm.
I was
Is
just
the
I'm
beat
curious
fake
about this.
open this late?
probably not. I was just hoping them upgrade their security though.
Risky business.
Risky business. Risky business indeed.
Yeah. Specifically, you were there fixing their vault door,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
not all of their security.
No, but I mean, I looked. I'm not gonna not look.
You saw where the cameras were, but
I'm among other things, a security consultant. I would have seen some stuff, but you're right. It's probably a lot easier to just go up and ask during the day because we have a key. So,
Yes. 100% yes.
yeah. So in that case, do we want to talk to Trinculo and turn in these badges? They're probably pretty hot. We should probably get them off of us pretty quickly.
That's not a bad idea.
For sure.
And I have a feeling keeping Trinculo happy might be in our best interests.
Yeah, they seemed pretty powerful in a scary way.
And
Yeah.
things
Unhinged.
they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I pull out like a large, like almost like a gallon sized baggie out of my apron?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's like, just put the badges in here. That way we don't get any more of our fingerprints on them.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. There's like a quick cutaway scene of like back in this like crazy little futuristic looking town. This time we zoom in on like an apartment in a random high rise, and you're in there, and it's like a family at breakfast, and the dad is sitting at the table. It takes like one sip of coffee and starts standing up. The wife's like, Eugene, you barely ate your eggs. Honey, it's another hard day in the office. The hand is back. You gotta get a giant plastic bag. Like, I can't explain this again. Well, you're never around anymore. Babe, this is an important job. Little Eugene barely even spends time with his dad. I gotta go, babe. I gotta go. All right. Fast forward, a bag is produced. Pull the bag out.
There's a little subplot in there. All right. So yeah, I collect the badges, toss them in, seal it up. What happens if I put something back in the apron?
It seems like it would operate like a normal pocket.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just.
Oh my God! There's a giant bag.
The hand was mad. He's getting
Rejected it.
You rejected our gift.
No takesy backsies.
Yeah. So I just start
The
getting
hand
like,
has
ow,
forsaken
ow.
us. Yeah.
Got a little heat in there.
That was a nuclear weapon that they shot at your hands. You're like, oh, Jesus, a paper gun. We will rise again. Okay, so you all head out, get Jaster's motorcycle back up the stairs, and are starting to make your way towards Wrong Village once again, heading south through Sphinx City streets. Are you all riding on the motorcycle, or it's not that big of a deal? I'm just curious about logistics.
I mean, we've got a goblin and a dwarf. I mean, I would think we could all probably fit, or someone like is like, I guess, on the front of it as like a little basket, like a bike kind of thing.
I'm not ET. I'm not being ET.
I mean, we could probably just call a cab at this point, right?
Oh yeah.
There are several different transportation options in Sphinx City.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Can I, in that case, if so, who's taking the bike then?
It's my bike. I'm gonna take my bike.
Oh yeah, they get okay.
I'm gonna.
So then,
take the
I
bike.
guess myself and Euland are taking the cab. I do the like fingerless like whistle like the like man I can't
Really
do
loud.
that. Yeah,
I can't do it either. But
I can only do
get what
the
you're saying,
yeah. The more
It's
lower.
cool. I'll add the sound effect in the VOD. So you do make a loud whistle
Whistle
noise.
sound.
Taxi comes roaring up so fast and like practically jumps the curb just to get a customer. You both get in the back. Jaster following close behind, or probably leading the way as you all race towards Wrong Village. Wrong Village, once again, a interesting neighborhood of Sphinx City that seems separate in many ways, including it just has a different vibe here. It's almost like it's darker here. The shadows that are cast seem to be longer and more sinister. The stores are all have like a little bit more of a historical feel to them. And once you're on that sort of main street that ends with the Lucy T.B. Rizzoli Cemetery that takes up like a third of the property of Wrong Village, you see, for some of you, a familiar store on the right. You see Madame Musk's, this old looking, it has antique store vibes, very like, has like a swinging wooden sign out front, that, and then like the kind of dusty windows that show different things in cases. different things in bottles. Some of those jars have like liquid in them with just something floating inside that you can't really tell what it is. There's a barrel full of leeches. Who knows? They are still open. But you all are heading towards the church.
Mhm.
This gothic nightclub owned by Trinculo, a very interesting figure. As you approach, for Jaster and Euland, you've done this before. You know the deal pretty much.
Mhm.
But for Belcor, this is probably Belcor's first time going there. But the two bouncers out front are women dressed as nuns, but they also have like this very like paper white, almost grayish skin that seems to have like spider-like veins coming out of their eye sockets that like kind of spider off, and their eyes like are like glow red, and they speak in unison as they ask for your ID and say, "Welcome to the church. ID, please." Each of you can hand over your ID. They just take it. Normal stuff. Just take it, look at you, hand it back. Each of them grabs one of the door handles and opens it up. And as the doors open, this like industrial techno goth music just starts blaring off. And you enter the church once again for some of you. Inside, dark, like playing up the theme of it being called the church. There's like these all red stained glass window features that seem to have some sort of light thing behind them that are casting beams of red light onto the dance floor. There's a huge wraparound bar. There's a raised DJ booth with DJ Bone Powder at the mixes, at the old ones and twos, doing the headphone thing with this. And and you see it's the same night that the two of you were here before. You see Song, the half vampire bartender, over at the bar, still tending bar, still doing his thing. And it's a lot more crowded here now. There's all different kinds of people. You see people who have vibes of like zombie people. You see ghost people. There are like gnolls, all different kinds of lycanthropes who are celebrating their hybrid forms and like being really proud of who they are in that way. You see all different kinds of people left and right here. And what would you all like to do?
Let's get a drink first.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Sounds good.
Head over to the bar. Song finishes up with one customer. This guy's probably like 5'10", has the way that people have brown and blue eyes and hazel eyes. This guy has red eyes. They don't seem to glow in that way. It's just like the color of their iris is red. You can see very pronounced the two fangs, and has like a gigantic colorful neck tattoos that come up the sleeves of their arm. They're wearing like a long sleeve shirt that's like rolled up a little bit, but you can see the tattoos coming out. And black, kind of shaggy hair a little bit. Looks kind of like a K-pop star who was bitten by a vampire, in a way.
Okay.
And like BTS meets Vampire Diaries. And that's Song. And Song sees the two of you, sees you, Belcor, and comes over and says, "Hey, how's it going? You guys are back."
Yeah, it's been a busy day.
I hear that. You guys looking for another drink?
Absolutely.
There's
Sir.
the edge that needs to be taken off, for sure.
Okay, I hear that. You looking for same thing you got last time? A beer and an old fashioned, I think it was. Or are you looking to try one of our specials?
What were the specials again?
Yeah, run by me.
So the big specials the rest of this week are the Plasma Martini. We got the shot of frankincense.
Okay.
We have a drink called penicillin. And we have the Bloody Mary.
Right. The Bloody Mary.
I want the Bloody Mary.
One Bloody Mary, absolutely.
Yeah, what's in the penicillin? Sure. Let me get it.
All right. What about you, friend named Song, by the way? What's your name? And he like reaches
Belcor.
across the bar.
Nice to meet you.
Belcor. Pleasure.
I think I'm just gonna keep it simple with a nice, go for a mule, please.
Okay. All right, you got it. And he gets behind the bar and starts mixing things together. He has the copper little thing for the mule. Puts all the different little ingredients into that. Goes and gets the penicillin. You see him have like those short Collins glasses, kind of. He like fills it with ice. You see him like mix a couple of things in there, and then he pulls out like one of those, like a gumball machine. It's just full of different colored pills, and you just see him like twist it, and a handful of totally random assorted pills comes out, and he just crushes them up and sprinkles them on top, and it's like the salt of a martini, or not salt of a martini, salt of a margarita, but just like crushed pills on the outside. Hands that to you.
Nice.
Gives the Moscow over to Belcor, and then looks at you, Yulin, and says, "It's just gonna take 1 second. She just got back from break. So let me just see if she's in." Yeah. Mixes a bunch of things together. Pulls out a mirror. Looks in at the mirror.
Oh my god! Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. And once again, a phantasmal woman's face appears and just banshee screams into the glass, and it frosts over with ice. And thank you so much.
Awesome.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Cheers. And Ewan hands you a frosted Bloody Mary. And they're all pretty delicious. The Bloody Mary is not like IRL Bloody Mary. There's no tomato juice or anything like that. Probably does have vodka. And the penicillin is not like an IRL penicillin, because that's the name of a real drink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fun facts.
Well, so I
was
like
gonna have
definitely
to,
I take the shot and then I just roll the whole shot glass around on my tongue like
Yeah, for sure. He sees you drink the whole penicillin in one thing, and he goes, "Oh, that's not meant to be a shot. Never mind. Too late."
Cheers, I'll take another one.
No, he won't.
While I make this one, here's a water, just in case. And he starts making another one. He's like,
con check or something?
Say that one more
Do
time.
you want a constitution check or something?
Oh, I would love a Constitution saving throw.
You got it. Hey, teacher, did we have homework?
Yeah, right.
That's not bad. Dirty 20.
Nice.
Dirty 20. You're fine. You feel it though. It's strong. You drank the equivalent of drinking like an old fashioned all in one sip. Like it was that much of a drink.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's cocktail. And you shot it.
I heard shot, but all right, cool.
The frankincense was the shot.
Frankincense was the shot. Either way, I'm having a good time.
Yeah. You see another customer come over. A person who just looks to be like sort of ethereal. You see they're like kind of ghostly in nature. You can sort of see through them, but not as much as the ghosts that you fought in the subway station. So they're kind of like a half ghost. Don't ask me about biology. We're just running with it. Magic exists. And they sit down at the bar and they order a frankincense shot. And you see Song take out from underneath the counter an absolutely massive jar, like huge jar that has like a spigot on the end, like the kind of thing that people would serve like sweet tea in, like there's just at like a potluck, like just a gigantic container. And floating in it is just like what looks like Frankenstein's head is just floating in the jar, and it's like has all this like crazy yellow green liquid in it, and just kind of does the liquid and like opens it up, gets a shot, hands it to the ghost.
I love it.
I got the reasonable drink.
Shoots it back, and you kind of see through their body as you see the liquid sort of go down their esophagus into their stomach. And Song comes back over to you guys and says, "Well, how were the drinks? Drinks were good."
Oh,
damn right.
Delightful.
The ginger beer is
uh,
perfect.
Feeling good.
Oh, I'm glad. Okay, good. Yeah. All right. Well, what are you guys getting into tonight? You gonna do a little dancing, see if you can meet somebody tonight, or?
I
I
think we-
point to my wedding ring.
Yeah.
Hey, I get it. Hey, right here, buddy.
Hey,
I'm there
I
with you.
think it's
I get it.
I think it's gonna be all business. We need to talk to Trinculo again.
Gotta talk to Trinculo again. Okay. All right. Yeah, let me give him a ring. Pulls old timey phone out. Has like the ear part and the mouth part separately.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
Dials on a rotary phone. Exactly like that. And yeah. No, the same people. You knew that they okay. Send them on. Okay. All right. You got it, boss. Yeah, they say that they're expecting you.
All right.
So
what service?
head on up.
All right. I'm bringing totally not downing my drink in one shot. So
Oh,
bringing it
I'm
with
sipping
me.
this one. I'm sipping this one.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson. I am still periodically moving around the rim of the glass though, so I get all of the special dust off the side.
Your lips are starting to go a little numb. Like they're starting to get a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
Kind of like pins and
You're getting
needles.
a little fuzzy.
You know what I meant.
Yeah.
And you begin making your way towards the stairs. There's a set of stairs, and you can tell the nightclub portion of this building doesn't have a second story. There's not like one that is open to the public, I should say. So you see the set of stairs. There's 2 nun bouncers at the base of it, and they already know that you're good to go. You walk up the stairs. The first time Jaster and Euland came in, there was a second door that's clear. That's not Trinculo's office. You know that because you went into Trinculo's office. There was a second door and it was closed that time. It's actually open this time.
Oh.
As you walk past and kind of peek your way in, you can't resist. Peek your way in. You see somebody sitting at a desk wearing what can only be described as like Victorian attire, like Victorian era attire, like
cravat,
very
like at the front.
dapper. There's a cravat. There's like big lapels, like a suit jacket that has like you can see over the seat of the chair. There's like the swallowtail kind of suit jacket. Has a top hat on, and on their face is a pure white porcelain mask that covers their entire face. There's no eye holes, no nose hole, no mouth hole or anything. It's just pure white covering their entire face. And as you're peeking through, the figure there sitting at the desk, there's like a massive old school look, like 80s style massive calculator that has like one of those paper, like a receipt paper roll kind of thing. Yeah, and it's just like going around all different kinds of files and notebooks out. As you just peek over, Jaster, just to get the slightest look, trying to be subtle about it, the figure is just typing away and then just and goes back to what they're doing. And you can't get any, like, I wouldn't even allow an insight check on this person.
Right.
Because there's no way to tell. And you make your way into Trinculo's office. The door is ajar again. And you see Belcor for the first time. An individual sitting at a desk, bright green hair that kind of goes a little bit past the shoulders, has on like a corset, fishnet stockings and platform heels, bright red lipstick and false eyelashes, a mix of the Joker and Dr. Frankenfurter, sitting at this desk with an identical copy of themselves standing behind them, rubbing their shoulders. Just kind of sitting behind them doing that, rubbing the shoulders thing as Trinculo sees you all and says, "Oh, you're back. Fantastic. Please come in. Oh, and you've brought a friend.
Hi there, Belcor.
Hello, enchanté. Trinculo." And does that thing so daintily. Puts their hand in your hand.
Enchanté.
All right. Well, please take your seats. Well, that was quite fast. I see you've managed to rescue your friend. I'm glad. That's lovely.
Yeah, we made it there pretty quick. motorcycle around Sphinx City is pretty convenient. You just really don't have to worry about traffic.
Certainly. Absolutely. Yes, the less wheels, the faster, I think.
Yeah.
There's a unicycle in the corner.
Of course there is.
I aim speed.
Do a kickflip.
So, I imagine since you're back that you have something for me.
Yeah. I guess, Belcor, you want to give him the bag?
Oh yeah. I pull out the bag with the three cop badges.
Ooh, very good. I'll take those. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Brilliant. Hands them to their clone. And their clone goes off into a corner, opens moves a painting aside, and behind it is just a furnace, and just begins smelting down the gold of the badges and just starts casting something, is just doing a full blacksmithing thing off in the corner.
Sure.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Don't mind them. So,
Sure.
now, well done. I am very interested in hearing exactly how you dispatched these 3 corrupt officers of the law. Any details will do.
I want to withhold that we had 2 that survived. I just want to say that we took care of them. They put up a good fight. They even had a ghost train, but we took care of it. In fact, Euland over here,
That hammer.
he did something with a good hammer.
That hammer, though.
Yeah.
Can say we brought
Interesting.
the
I see
hammer
that it's
down.
sort of bothering you a little bit. Belcor, make a deception check.
Ooh. All right. Oh no. 11.
As far as you know, it worked.
Okay.
Trinculo does give you talking to all of you. Trinculo is a big eye contact person, and it's incredibly off-putting in the sense of how long they maintain the eye contact for. Belcor, there's moments where you feel like Trinculo knows every secret you've ever had in your entire life.
I didn't say we didn't kill them. I didn't say we did kill them. I just said we took care of them.
Mm-hmm. Euland, Trinculo turns to you and says, "Well, it appears I see something's amok. You seem troubled, my good man. Tell me,
Just a case
what was
of
it
that
like?"
meatloaf.
Right, meatloaf. I imagine you made minced meat out of that detective.
I
Always
Belcor
tenderize
actually
your
does
meat.
kind of do a little chuckle
Oh, I don't know. Won't be hearing from Washington. I'll just say that.
Well,
You might have smelt it down to what was left of him, so.
if it makes you feel any better, just know, by the 15th kill, it gets so much easier. I remember number 35 for me, I sort of put a curse on them so that they could never die, and then I brought them to the bottom of the ocean and chained them there. It's not the pressure that gets to them, it's the constant drowning. But again, they can't die, so it's sort of perpetual.
Oh my god.
He didn't tip very well at the barista that I was at, and I was behind him in line. I saw that, and I said, "No, not here. You're
That's
a bad
all
person."
it takes, huh? All right.
Belcor writes down like immortal curse, but drowning, concrete shoes maybe.
Drowning forever.
I'll let the Don know about that one.
Well, I suppose we should get right to it. It's quite late for you all, I imagine. So, you've sort of lived up to your side of the bargain. Now it's time for me to give you some information. Well, first up, you know that the detectives were obviously connected to Dr. Monetry. That you already know.
Mm-hmm.
But it is not just these 2 organizations working together. We also know that the romance realtors are connected. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so.
Were you aware that AstraZeneca Inc., the pharmaceutical company, have you heard of it?
Yeah.
course.
They've got some sinister things going on.
That's the other doctor.
Oh, yes, their head of research and development, Dr. Avanasti.
Hmm.
And then, last but not least, I believe that Excelsior also has
Mhm.
deep connections to this entire plot. In fact,
Yeah.
did you know that their recent CEO, a David Fizzlebang, he's a gnome. He wasn't always the CEO. He only became the CEO about 10 months to a year ago. Prior to that, the CEO was the actual founder of Excelsior, none other than the wealthiest man in all of Sphinx City, Zusk Burgos.
Mhm.
Now, I have my theories of what they're planning on and what they might get their hands into, but honestly, it's a little trite and boring, and I sort of zoned out. I lost interest, really. But hopefully, you all can get down to the nitty gritty of it and figure out exactly what they're doing.
Hmm.
If it starts to affect my business, then maybe I'll get involved. But until then, I'll leave it to you.
Okay.
All right? Is there anything else? Belcor, you look like you might have a question, a statement, a concern.
I do have a question. So
Please.
recently, Fizzlebang did become CEO. And remind me again, Excelsior. That's what kind of company again?
It's Amazon.
Excelsior. They're sort of a monopoly. They do a whole bunch of things. They have.
You can subscribe to Excelsior Prime.
Mm-hmm.
They have Excelsior Prime.
Oh,
they have a streaming
Excelsior
service.
Prime
that's
Video. Yeah. All
Yes,
that stuff.
yes. Right. They just keep buying out companies. I was a big fan of this audiobook company, and then Excelsior bought them out, and now they're not as good. Now
Yeah.
there's ads. Bullshit.
And then my other question is AstraZeneca.
Yes.
Dr. Anavasti. I know AstraZeneca is a pharmaceutical company.
Right.
What kind of pharmaceutical? Like, are we talking like all broad
All
spectrum?
kinds.
Okay.
Yes, all kinds of pharmaceuticals.
And how long is Dr. Avasti?
Dr.
Been-
Avanasti is,
Avanasti, yes.
as far as I know. Yeah, it starts with an O. Avanasti.
Oh,
Dr. Avanasti has been there for, over decades, possibly.
okay.
He's been head of R&D for a while.
Very long, as far as I know. They also have a really good PR person, but I forget what their name is.
I mean, you gotta have representation.
Yeah, she does all the news channel sort of things. Anytime they get heat for, overprescribing or not overcharging things or making deals with insurance companies rather with customers, she's the one who sort of is the face in that regard, and she does a hell of a job. I do credit her for that, even though sort of disgusting.
All right, I think that's all of my questions.
Fantastic.
Thank you for the info.
Oh, of course, my pleasure. I'm having fun vicariously living through you all.
Okay.
All right. Well, if that's all, then me are going to have a little R and R.
Right.
And you see the clone has finished smelting a thing, and you just see a gold ring about that big, give or
Oh my
take,
god.
just drops onto the table as it's still like steaming. It like puts a scorch mark in the desk, and Trinculo looks at
And
you
we're
all as they
leaving.
begin to stand up. Please, before it cools off.
Yeah.
It's more fun when it burns.
Okay, yep, we're gone.
Oh my god.
We're gone.
Right.
Out of here.
Yeah.
And you all leave Trinculo's office.
Amazing.
From there, I'm so glad I didn't have to say anything. I can see it in Sean's face immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah, immediately. I didn't have to say it. So, leaving
All I could hear, sorry, was like
Trinculo's
Lord of the Rings.
office.
You know,
Yeah.
Open the ring.
and with the casting of the first, it is precious to me.
One ring to bind them all. So, you guys can spend as much time or as little time as you want at the church. You can chill there, have a couple more drinks, whatever you want to do. But then, as you're all leaving the church,
I don't know. We're on like.
are you stopping at Madame Musk's, or are we splitting up and heading to our respective like apartments and homes and stuff like that for the night and reconjoining tomorrow? Or
I mean, since we're here, we can swing by the Musks.
Yeah.
Yeah. While we're here, but then I think
Yeah.
it is probably time to call it.
Yeah.
for sure. Okay, cool. So the three of you can easily just walk down a block and head over to this corner store. It has like it looks like it's been there for like 200 years. Like the wood on the outside, the like original looking brick, even the window panes look like that, like single pane old school windows. Like the amount of energy costs that this place is losing because of how old their windows are is unreal. As you walk in, it is dark in here by design. Like you walk in, it's very shadowy. There's a small bell over the door that ding-a-ling-ling as you all enter in, and you see around you all different kinds of things. There's, like I said, an absolutely massive barrel full of leeches just wiggling on top of each other. There are a collection of jars, like small vials, that are just full of maggots that are just placed out on a wall. There is in a glass case on the wall is just a black trash bag. You see all different kinds of stuff in here. And what I want to know is there anything in particular that you all are looking for? Or are you just browsing kind of until you speak to somebody?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna browse.
I
I'm just
heard magic
browsing,
item shop. Yeah.
but
Okay.
once if I do see someone to talk to, I do want to inquire about the bottle of maggots.
Okay. Yeah. You see a counter, and there's a very old school style, like at an old hotel. There's a bell there. Do any of you ring the bell? Bellcore presses the bell. When you press the bell, instead of it giving like a bing sort of sound, you just hear just a weird groan from somebody who like stubbed their toe. every time. It's
As
slightly different.
A smile just streaks across Belcore's face.
How much for the bell?
You hear from off in a shadowy corner in the back of the shop. Minute, I'll be right there. And a hooded figure approaches. The hood drapes down so far in front of their face, casting complete black shadow across their entire face. You can't see any part of their skin or their body at all. It just looks like a shambling like body underneath like a black shawl robe kind of thing. And it just sort of, the way it moves, it almost looks like it's gliding across the floor as it sort of very inhumanly like moves across through the aisles of different antique cabinets full of different items and stuff, and comes behind the counter, and still like completely cast in shadow, just leans over and just, "Oh, welcome to Madame Musk. How may I help you?"
How much for a bottle of those maggots?
Maggots? Oh, yes. Each vial of maggots is 35 gold.
What do
What are
the
you gonna do with these
maggots
maggots?
do?
Well, when you have a cut or a scrape, you pour the maggots on, and the maggots will heal you. They're common healing potions.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
like, that's why it's 35 specifically.
Okay.
Technically cheaper than a normal common healing potion, but they're gross.
There's a discount because they're yucky.
Um, damn. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else you're all looking for? I could interest you in this trash bag. It holds more than it seems.
Oh, that seems
Okay.
Technically opens to another plane. You can put your items in there, but it never gets heavier.
Okay.
And also, black matches so many colors, it'll go with your outfit. Something
But
to
I mean,
consider.
it is just a trash bag.
Exactly. This guy gets it. It is a trash bag.
Wow, it's even got
Holding.
force flex.
we could definitely use a few maggot potions and a trash bag of holding.
Yeah.
Sure. What is this trash bag of holding?
Oh, the trash bag of holding will just be 25 gold. More
Okay.
than reasonable, considering how much it can withstand. But don't put it inside of another trash bag of holding unless you want to go right and fuck off to the astral sea.
I'm gonna do it.
Across those streams.
I
Yeah,
also have some other items you might be interested in. You seem like adventurous types.
Sure.
What
Yeah.
about this? And motions over to the barrel full of leeches and says, "You each leech here is 10 gold. You throw them at people, and it'll attach to them, and it'll drink their blood.
Leech
If
attack.
they're robotic, less good.
Right.
Won't work as well. But if they've got blood, baby, then they're sticking. Assuming you hit them, you do have to hit them. That's on you."
Right.
So they're single use +1 darts
Okay.
that have a bleed effect. So they do the normal damage that a dart would do, 1d4 plus your dex,
Okay.
and then 1d4 bleed damage on the next round, and then the leech dies and falls off.
Okay.
But that's 10 gold each.
10 gold each. And they're single use.
Yes, a lot of my items are sort of consumables,
Right.
which is good because there's so many flavors. For example, pulls out a small jar that just has a single eyeball in it that seems to have been turned to stone. And she shakes it up and it crushes into dust, and she goes, "This is the dust of corrosion. You could sprinkle it on something and it'll corrode instantly. If you ever needed to get behind a door or melt a guy's leg off or something, I don't know.
How much
I think
is that
it
one?
really only works on inorganic things, but you know, you never know until you try.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's 20 gold, baby.
I think I'll purchase that one.
Okay. Mark these off on your character sheet so you know how much money you're spending.
Of course, of course.
Mhm.
You said 20?
20 gold for the dust of corrosion.
Marshall got
It eats through 10-foot cube.
All right.
Also pulls out another small jar full of liquid that has like a bunch of eyeballs all in it, like little tiny ones, and they're just all floating around it like pulp in an orange juice. And she goes, "If you drink this vial of spider eyes, you'll be able to see minutely. This one's permanent though, but it's a mouthfeel you'll never forget."
Mm,
95 gold for that one.
To see what now?
Let's see my new.
To see minutely.
I got a magnifying glass. I'm a detective.
It
Oh,
gives
turn it.
you advantage on investigation checks that rely on sight. Yeah, now you're thinking about eating eyeballs.
Now I am thinking about eating eyeballs.
Everyone's all
If-
jokes until you find out it's advantage on investigation checks.
Um,
Hmm.
if anyone needs a loan or some money, I've still got some left over.
Yeah, I do too.
You said
Chance to spend
the
before
corrosion.
that.
You said the dust of corrosion. How big of a cube was it again?
A 10-foot
10,
cube.
10 foot.
Cool. All right. Got the end description.
10 foot. She also pulls out a potion bottle that just looks like dirty water. Like it just looks like clear water that is like a brownish color. It seems to have some like ash and detritus kind of floating around it. And she says, "This is a potion of magic weapon. It will make your weapon not only magical, but it'll hit a little bit harder for a bit of time. Bonus, you don't have to concentrate on the spell like you normally would. That's 35 gold. And last but not least, I have this necklace." And pulls out like a beautiful ornate, like she has to blow the dust off of it, this old case. And as she opens it up in like a velvet cushion, you see a necklace that looks like this black dark iron sort of like it doesn't look sharp like it would actually hurt you, but it almost has like barbed wire vibes, the chain itself. And as it ends in the ending point, it's shaped kind of like an anatomical heart,
Okay.
but not like a cute little heart, but like an anatomical heart. And she uses her, you see, like you throughout this entire thing, you haven't seen her body at all. It's all robe. Even when she points at things, it's just the robe covering their limbs. And
Right.
using this robed finger, like you can't see anything, pushes down, and the heart looks like it beats. Dum, dum,
Oh.
dum, 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 dum.
What
She
is
goes,
that?
this is the periapt of wound closure. If ever you are unconscious and bleeding out, it will stabilize you.
This is also a one-use thing?
No, you must attune to it. But this one, my friends, is 85 gold.
I don't think we have that much. I think what?
I've got 115 for 85.
I'm thinking.
All you.
Yeah, go for it.
It's gonna do that, and
Yeah, you have to attune to it, but anytime your turn starts and you're at 0 hit points, you stabilize.
oh yeah,
So
No
doesn't mean
more
bad
nat
guys can't
ones.
hit you and fuck up your death saves and stuff like that. But is if it got back to your, even if you were 2 death saves failed and it came back to your turn, now you're stable again. So now the bad guy would have to hit you again to get you back
Right.
down. You know what I mean? Like
right.
you just constantly are getting stabilized. Now, if they took 2 attacks on you, like they could still kill you.
Okay. I was
But-
wondering. I'm going like that. That sounds like the treatment that one guy got with the drowning. And
Yeah,
going
it's
back
just like
afterwards.
you would never have to make death saves.
At least while you have it. Oh,
Anytime-
right, you have it. That's right. You
As
had
as long as you're attuned to it, yeah, you're good to go.
Yep.
You're buying that? Okay, cool. Anybody getting anything else?
I'll be down for one of those maggot potions and that trash bag of holding.
Okay, trash bag of holding, 1 maggot potion.
16. Cool. Thanks.
And as you guys are all like shopping and stuff like that, and she's giving you different items, you're exchanging goods with money and stuff like that. Can I just have, as you all are beginning to leave the store, can I have all 3 of you make perception checks? DC 20.
How about an 8?
Not
11
gonna
won't do it.
11 won't do it.
4.
Oof.
4. Okay.
It's not combat. That's the issue.
Yeah. Euland, you got the highest out of your friends. As you're leaving and you just have a sinking, like hairs raising on the back of your neck, you just turn around to look at Madame Musk one more time before leaving her shop. The way her body moves underneath this robe. You're not sensing anything like sinister, like nothing evil or anything like that, but just in terms of like, I don't know, something is amiss. Yeah, you'll have to go back and check out again or something like that when she re-ups and gets different items, if you do decide to shop here again.
I mean, those spider eyes.
Yeah, the spider eyes are legit. Okay. So
cool.
You all leave Madame Musk's, leave Wrong Village, and you are all heading back to your respective homes.
Mm-hmm.
For the night.
Okay.
It's
All
probably
right.
a good time for a break, right?
It's a great time for a break. As you all separate, get taxis or whatever, Jaster on your motorcycle, head off to Baldertown for Jaster, Little Feywild for Belcourt, and the Upper West Side for Euland, J, Barry. And with that, we're going to hit a little bit of a break, maximum 10 minutes, probably shorter, but we'll see you in a little bit.
All right.
Hello, students, and welcome back to another semester here at Mythos University. This is your dean, the mighty Zeus. I speak for the entire faculty and staff when I say we are thrilled to kickstart another year of academics, athletics, and ambition. Here at Mythos, we want you to explore your passions, test your limits, and fulfill your destinies. Whether you're a gifted athlete with God-given talents hitting the gym, or you're hitting the books and racking up A's, or maybe you're rubbing elbows at the next rager on Greek Road. No matter what, you're welcome here. And remember this, students, most of your parents are powerful gods and goddesses, so do not expect special treatment. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm getting an update. Several students have mysteriously gone missing. And some faculty members as well? Well, what the hell is that about? Where's campus security? Budget cuts? What the? So you're telling me that a group of students are gonna have to work together to solve this mystery all while juggling their active social and academic college lives here? Whoa. Coming July 23rd, 2024. Don't miss this limited series of the summer. Soyouwannabeadm presents Mythos University.
Hello, gang. We're back. And the gang's all here. So, let's get right back into it. When we left off, we cleaned up the crime scene with the help of the custodian, a beautiful pixie older woman who is just absolutely magical at cleaning up a crime scene as if no one was ever there. Then we headed to the church, met with Trinculo, handed over 3 police badges that were forged into some sort of gigantic ring, and promptly left after that. But we did get some more information, including what we alluded to, that AstraZeneca is connected to this whole thing somehow, and their head of research and development is a Dr. Avanasti. We also learned that Excelsior is behind the scenes in this plot somehow as well, although maybe already had some inklings that was the case, but now know it for sure. And also learned that their current CEO, David Fizzlebang, was not always the CEO and was appointed about a year ago by the original founder and CEO of Excelsior, a Zusk Burgos, the #1 most wealthy man in all of Sphinx City. Most wealthy person, I should say. But left there, head to Madame Musk's, bought a bunch of weird-ass magic items, and unfortunately didn't unlock the clues or the mystery behind what the hell's going on underneath those robes. But that, maybe we'll talk about that next time. Or maybe we'll cover it in an action surge at the end of the end of an episode. Who knows? So our heroes split up, head to their respective homes, and get some rest. Some very much needed rest. Yuland and Jaster technically have not rested. They took a pill that gave them a long rest earlier, but it's been non-stop action for these 3 secret agents, and we're finally getting back to some shut-eye, some rest in your own beds, and sort of finally recouping the old natural way. 8 hours of good sleep.
It's good for the soul. It's good for the soul.
It's good for the soul. It's good for the soul. As you all bed down and begin your long rests in your respective homes, Jaster, you have an interesting dream.
Okay.
You slowly open your eyes, thinking that maybe you're waking up, but you're not in your home or in your house or looking up at your ceiling or something. You have to almost shield your eyes as you just see a lot of flashes, like camera flashes coming from massive crowds of audience on either side. And you notice that you're very high up. You're
Oh man, I'm so high.
at the top of a mega ramp, an absolutely massive wooden ramp that leads into a jump, and you're holding a skateboard in your hand, and behind you is none other than the otherworldly patron who resurrected you from death when you fought Dr. Monotreme. It's your old pal, Mullen. And he's standing behind you, and he says, "All right, dude, listen, if there's one thing I could teach you, it's this. Just fucking send it, dude. All right?
All right.
Hell yeah.
Send it.
Fucking send it. Go ahead and make some kind of skill check. You tell me what skill check you think makes sense in this moment."
I think probably acrobatics, right?
Yeah, and that makes sense to me, but I wanted to leave it open to your creativity.
Yeah, I think that's the move. I think that's the move.
Go for it.
Acrobatics going down the ramp there. Try to do a sweet kickflip.
Hell yeah.
Oh no.
And I've already used my inspiration. Cool. That's an 8, baby.
It's an 8.
That's an
Okay.
8.
You slam down the ramp. You start getting the wobbles towards the bottom as like it starts turning into like snowboard motions, and still manage to make it down the ramp, up the little invert, and quickly the board shoots out from you, and now you're just flying in the air. And dude, you're sending it. You don't have knee pads, you don't have elbow pads, or even a helmet, which kids watching at home, fucking wear a helmet.
Also, why are you watching? Where are your parents?
If you're going down a mega ramp, wear a helmet. Send it with safety. You eat shit. You fly down. Skin your knee on the other side of this
Makes
ramp.
that skirt sound as
It's
you
bad,
slide
Yeah.
across.
Just having flashbacks
It's
to
loud.
Rocket Power. Sound effects. This would beefed it.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Absolute shoeby mentality. As Mullen pulls up beside you, helps you up, and says, "Listen up, dude. Sometimes you're gonna get knocked down, but you know what you have to do? Just fucking send it, dude. Send it again. Resend, you know?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ow.
It'll be all right." And you wake up. Jester, you do notice that you have a skinned knee.
Oh no.
You have It has no
Dream,
mechanical
die in real
bearing.
life.
Yeah, you have no. There's no mechanical bearing, but you do have a skin knee. Exactly. Exactly. Euland, as you bed down for the night, drift off into sleep, you also have a dream. And in this dream, you are in what almost looks like, what do you think Euland's mind palace would look like? What is like the architecture of Euland's mind palace?
ED, the police department.
Okay.
100%.
You're in a police department, and you're walking around. You see the different cubicles and detective desks, and there's some holding cells for perps who are about to go to like the actual city jail and stuff like that. And you see a filing cabinet. And the filing cabinet, each of the drawers has a different label on it. And you see two specific labels that stand out. One of them says mom, and the other one says dad. Which
Officer
one are
mom
you?
and dad. I go towards dad.
Okay. As you open that drawer and choose in this moment dad, you're sort of whisked away to, what do you think is like something that you, like Euland and his dad would do, like a father-son activity?
Honestly, reading the ordinances for different parts of the city. Just, if
Yeah.
you're going to distribute justice, you got to know what justice means, what it is. Justice isn't the same everywhere. Doing
Yeah.
one thing in one place does not mean you can do it in the other. So, honestly, yeah, just drilling those hard but good sides of police mentality into me at a young age. That's my happy place.
Hey, absolutely. I mean, there's a memory of you and your dad before dinner one night going over different ordinances and going over different like police codes, and it's like flashcards. Like he'll call out a police code. He'll be like, all right, what's a 1037? And you like make a, just for fun, make a Jesus. We'll just say an investigation check. I know that Euland's decent at investigation.
All right. How about a persuasion? Because I'm way better at persuasion. Oh, that's an 11.
Even with an 11, you know that a 1037 is somebody exhibiting like crazy behavior. It's like a crazy person, like somebody who's kind of losing it, having like a mental breakdown is a 1037.
All right.
And you're going over all these different codes and stuff like that. And just before your mom's about to call you guys to dinner, your dad pulls you aside and says, listen, Euland, did I ever tell you about that time I had to get violent with somebody?
No? I mean, I know you have to get violent with folks in the force, but what do you mean?
Well, that's just it. It's sometimes, you know, it really comes down to, am I going to come home tonight and play flashcard ordinances with my boy like we always do? Or am I going to let this perp walk? And, you know, I try as best I can to always make sure that I get home to you. And, well, you know, it's a hard decision to make. It's something that you learn as you go. But sometimes force is necessary.
Yeah. I figured. I'm not caught up. I'm not hung up about this. I swear. I'll be all right. Especially now.
He like
My pops.
he puts his hand on your shoulder and gives you a little squeeze, and you wake up. Belcourt, you finish your long rest, and as you wake up the next morning, you're in bed with your wife, Gwen. Gwen is a purple-skinned tiefling with kind of shortish hair, and she kind of is just waking up around the same time that you're waking up, and she sort of rolls over and puts an arm around you and just she says, "Oh, Belcor, do you think you could call out today? Maybe we could play hooky. I don't know."
I would love to. Man, I would love to, but the city's depending on us. But if you want to spend time together, there's actually a little bit of a little escape room
Oh,
that's kind of part of our list of possible leads, if you will.
okay.
If you're interested in just a little
Yeah.
escape room,
Yeah. A little
like
ride along.
yeah, we'll both be
Sounds good.
helping out the city and still making a
And get
difference.
to spend time together.
Yeah,
2 birds, 1 stone. I love
right.
it. Okay.
Because you might have some insights that I might not have, and vice versa.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
darling, we know that that's the case. That's obvious.
Oh yeah, obviously.
But all right. Well, listen. My father texted me last night. He said that he wants to see you before the morning rush. So before you head over, just make sure you go see him. Okay.
We'll do.
All right.
I love you, pumpkin.
Love you too, babe.
I love you, my little devil spawn. We should start.
Oh, stop it. You leave Gwen, planning to meet up with her later with the group at Good Luck Escape Room. But first, you head over to Osatura, the restaurant where you're the executive chef and part owner. And as you walk in, it's before opening hours, so you have the run of the joint pretty much. You see Sven is already in there, your sous chef, kind of gangly looking half elf, is just crushing it, is just prepping, getting the mise en place and all the different little little ramekins full of the little tiny ingredients, like mincing garlic, so that everything's ready for the lunch rush and stuff like that.
I give him I guess we make eye contact and I give him the approval of done good, kid. You done good.
Meatloaf.
Thank you, chef.
Looks perfect.
Thank you, chef. Yeah, I got the meatloaf pans already greased. They're ready to go. And you continue heading through the kitchen to the walk-in freezer, open up the trap door.
Yes, that's right.
That is like a bunch of fake ceramic tomatoes. And you open that up, follow the little ladder down, go through the tight hallway to this back office where the Don sometimes meets with you and stuff. And as you're in this meeting room with this long table, you see the familiar 2 polar bear people in massive black suits, these just gigantic, like wide as a door, bear folk. And there's the Don, the head of the Silver Scales Mafia, a teeny tiny pixie man in a pinstripe suit, sitting in a little tiny chair that you might find in like a doll's house. He's got his legs crossed, and he's smoking the smallest cigar you've ever seen.
It's a cigarello ello.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Hey.
Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. And you see, he sees you and immediately is like, Belcor, it's a pleasure to see you again. I understand your sous chef Sven has been doing an upstanding job in your stead, taking care of the kitchen. He's doing a remarkable job.
You've killed John.
I'm good. That was good. The rasp.
Tell me, my son, have you discovered anything about the perpetrators who are operating on our turf?
I mean, the only lead I have is Astral Zeneca, headed by Dr. Ovastan or Ovasti, Avastani. Avastani.
Nailed it.
I gotta do the Ovastani. They seem to be the only ones that are like doing the pharmaceuticals in the area.
Oh, I understand. They think that they can operate outside of the insurance system like us. Well, I trust that you will deal with this.
Oh, of course.
In your
Of
time.
course.
I wanted to ensure your safety as my son-in-law, as the groom to my beloved daughter. And I wanted to get you something. A small gift, if you will.
Oh, I don't deserve a gift of this.
No, I will give you a gift. And he just does one of these, like, just... And one of the polar bears reaches under the table and pulls out a very nice box, like, probably like that big, give or take, with a bow on it, and
Oh,
slides it across the table to you.
I try my best to hide my tears. Like, thank you.
As you open up this box, like undo the ribbon and open up this box, you see a beautiful fedora inside.
Yes,
Given a fedora by the dawn.
Madani.
This fedora will protect you. It is referred to as the fedora of fuck that. Not
Love it.
only does it give you an armor class of 16, but once per short rest, you can use a reaction to cast the shield spell and say, fuck that.
What?
Now, it does have a code word in order to activate that reaction. You do have to out loud say, fuck that.
Fuck that.
There you go.
Fuck
And
that.
as you don this fedora, you feel you feel energy emanating from it as your entire body seems to be covered in like the most subtle, imperceptible like force field. Like you just feel a little bit harder to hit.
Okay.
And so your AC is now 16.
Nice.
And you have one use of the shield spell per short rest.
Short
So-
rest. Gotcha.
Yeah, you can't use spell slots. It's strictly like part of this magic item.
All right.
Oh, man.
So it's a +5 to your AC for an entire turn, or like a round until it gets back to your turn. The same way the shield spell would work.
Mhm.
I just want to
Okay.
make a little note real quick. It is July 4th. Occasionally there's fireworks that go off. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that.
I'll
They're
do
going
my
crazy
best
here.
to cut it from the Twitch feed, but sorry.
Unfortunately, due to a random and sudden power outage, we unfortunately had to cut the stream here. And as such, this is the end of episode 5 of Sphinx City. But don't worry, tune in next time for the Good Luck Escape Room in episode 6. Check out the link in the description for access to all kinds of content coming out by yours truly. So you want to be a DM.